Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, the 23rd of September, 2019, and how hope you're all well. It's Bernard here on behalf of Movie Game Nostalgia. Can I just wish my eldest daughter, Leanne, a very happy birthday. I won't embarrass her by telling her how old she is, but she's catching me up, so she'll know, you know. Anyway, happy birthday, love. Have a great day. Right, it's Monday, so it's a look at our UK DVD Blu-ray releases. We're a little bit light today on releases. Got plenty of box sets and mini series that have come out to buy. So if you're into that sort of thing, great. But as far as big movies, and maybe some odd little B movie type things out there that you're going to pick up at your stores. But as far as big movies are concerned, we are really down on that. We're not done very well today at all. We've only got two. There's one very big one and one. I've seen both of these. One very big one and one that's perhaps not as well known, but it's an interesting film. But obviously, there's a lot of split opinions by people, unfortunately. Anyway, let's get into the first one. I mean, this first one I did a piece on in one of my early videos. You can go back and watch it. It's obviously a Disney live action thing, and obviously I did a piece on this film, Aladdin, which obviously we all well know. Aladdin, Lion King, and Dumbo. I did a little piece on that. It might be worth having to go back and seeing that and giving my opinion on the live version compared to the original animated version, which obviously we all love. So Aladdin's out to buy today. It's a PG, 2 hours, 8 minutes, adventure, family, fantasy. It's getting a 7.1 average rating on Internet Movie Database. I give it about 7.5. It's sort of grew on me a little bit, but I'll go into that a little bit later. Kind-hearted street urchin and a power-hungry grand vizier, or vizier, I don't know how you pronounce that, vizier, vie for a magic lamp that has the power to make their deepest wishes come true. Of course, we've got Will Smith, Maria Musoud, Naomi Scott. So I mean, it's a great cast, obviously, and it's. I'm going to got the critics didn't like it very much. I remember the critics were a bit up in it, and they're well below the scores from the user scores. I mean, it gets a 5.3 rating out of 10 on average from the critics, and they range from The Guardian, Steve Rose, who enjoyed it. He gave 8 out of 10. It is lively, colourful, and genuinely funny, and doesn't break what didn't need fixing about the original. So there you go. That was his views. IndieWire, he gives it 6.7. That's Kate Erbland. Smith puts on such an outsized performance that it's easy for him to overshadow its smaller joys. And when the genius sublimely silenced in a limp third act, the entire film suffers. So yeah, and then if you go down to the extremes, you got the 4 out of 10 from Screen Crush and Matt Singer. The nicest thing I can say about 2019's Aladdin is, in its best moments, it reminded me of a movie I liked a lot as a kid. That was in its best moments. So I was only giving it 4 out of 10. So I was implying there just wasn't enough there. Let me just change my glasses. I'm having trouble reading the print today. I mean, some old people like me, we struggle, don't we, with our eyes. Well, I do anyway. So let's have a look at a couple of user reviews on that. The critics overall 5.3 out of 10 are not very kind to Aladdin. Just have a look at a couple of user reviews. They're always a little bit not fair, but you get the guy on the streets, critics. Critics are critics, aren't they? Whether it's a restaurant critic or a film critic, they can be a little bit offhand sometimes. So these are the user reviews. This is 8 out of 10, which is a bit nearer, obviously, what Aladdin is getting overall. I'm not sure what everyone is complaining about here. The story's different, yes, but you were complaining they made it too similar too. Firstly, Will Smith was a spectacular genie. He put his own witty twist on Genie, which ended up brilliantly. I'm very glad he didn't try to repeat every Robin Williams line woodenly. He was very good and very funny. And then he got used with 4 out of 10. Wanted to love it, but just couldn't. I really wanted to love this as a 90s baby. I grew up with the original Aladdin. I mostly like the idea of live-action remakes of my classic childhood films, so we get to relive the magic all over again. I can really appreciate the effort and time that went into this project. However, I just could not get into it. I tried and tried and tried, but I couldn't. So there you go. 5 out of 10, decent, but for the wrong reasons. I feel everything about this movie came from the original, which is why I enjoyed it for the most part. I haven't seen the original since I was a kid, but for what I remember, most of it was better in the original. The actors cast to play Aladdin and Jafar were lame, and Robin Williams, Will Smith as the genie. Yeah, and then someone gives a 10 out of 10. This is a must-watch film. This is the best film I've ever watched, and this is my all-time favourite. The original version is fabulous, but the new live version is much better, unexpectedly. The costume and details are realistic and fascinating. The soundtrack is catchy. I mean, that's a 10 out of 10. When I do ratings, nothing's ever going to get a 10 out of 10. I mean, something has to be absolute perfection, like rating a football match or a play. Nothing's for me is going to get 10 out of 10. I mean, they're very, very few and far between. So you do get the extremes. But you can see, I mean, my thoughts on Aladdin. Will Smith, I mean, I spoke to my daughter, whose birthday was today, actually, about it the other day, and she thought Will Smith was brilliant, and I think both my daughters did. I must admit, when it did start, I was missing Robin Williams. I personally was missing Robin Williams, but yes, as the film went on, I sort of grew into liking Robin Williams. So Will Smith, you know, he did a better and better job as it went through. But it is hard. I mean, the performance that Robin Williams gave in the original was absolutely superb. So Will Smith did well. He did well to get near it. I say he got a 7.1 rating on IMDb. I did like it. I would still, of all the three films of this Lion King and Dumbo, I would, if someone said to me I had to go back and watch one of them again, my personal opinion, I would watch the cartoon ones again. The only one I would probably watch more likely would be Dumbo, because it's a Tim Burton variation of it, so it's totally different really to the Dumbo I remember and my kids remember, and we enjoyed obviously when my kids were little. But no, of the three, I'd go back and watch the animation. But this Aladdin, yeah, I mean, it sort of grew. I give it a 7.5, so it's not a bad rating for me. I'm a bit mean sometimes with my rating, so yeah, it grew on me. I did find it a bit long. It did lose its way a little bit. Over 2 hours was too long. An hour and a half would have been far, far better. The songs are okay, but as I said, the cartoon was better for me. But it's a nice addition, and I'm not going to quibble. Disney are doing what they're doing, aren't they? We're going to see quite a few more, aren't we? But as I said, go back and see the little thing I did on. I think it'll be in the movie memories special, or if you look on the playlist there. I'll write it underneath this one I do it, where you can find the original review I did of the three recent live action ALADDIN Disney things. Right, on to the next one. It's a film called Breakthrough. Now, this is one I hadn't heard of before I watched it. It's only getting a 6.1 out of 10 rating on Internet Movie Database. It's a 12A rating, an hour and 56, so it's quite long, yeah, and it is a little bit long again, actually, for me. I think they could have knocked half an hour off this. I got a little bit tired and weary watching it halfway through, you know, about 2/3 of the way through, because it is a powerful story, but it does drag a little bit, unfortunately, even though it is based on a true story. It's a biography drama. And the synopsis: when her 14-year-old son drowns in a lake, a faithful mother prays for him to come back from the brink of death and be healed. Stars Marcel, Ruiz, Topher, Grace, Sarah Constable. Let's have a look at a couple of reviews on that for you. Should we have a look at the critics first? Yeah, let's have a look at the critics. See, the critics again are way down on the user reviews. It's only getting a 4.6 out of 10. New York Times is the highest, an 8 out of 10. Bilge Ebery: you don't have to believe in divine intervention to be moved by this story. You got the Los Angeles Times, Katie Walsh, she give it 7 out of 10. Cinematically, there isn't much of a breakthrough. That's absolutely true, or a breaking of a mold when it comes to how these stories are told. But what distinguishes the film is the daring depiction of a complex, flawed, fierce and faithful woman. But then you go to the other extreme, you go to the bottom. Variety, Owen Gieberman. What you don't feel ever in this fundamental weeper is a sense of drama rising out of feelings that are less than absolute. And you get your really low down ones there. You get the Austin Chronicle. I mean, Austin, I'm not familiar with the US and the religious political machinations that go on in Austin. For a movie focusing, this is Steve Davis, not the snooker player, obviously. For a movie focusing so intently on personal faith, it doesn't much trust your independent capacity to find religious, spiritual, or other meaning in what is truly an amazing story. So they obviously didn't like that very much. Let me just go back and find you a couple of user reviews. As I say, it gets a 6.1 average on IMDb, so obviously the critics are far low, far less than that. So I'm just going to find you a couple of reviews from people who perhaps know what they're doing. We've got an 8 out of 10 here, which is a bit higher than I thought. This movie really pulls at the heartstrings. It's a film of fear, faith, hope, and love. I thought the story was well put together and that it showed how anything could happen in the blink of an eye. Yet how you to choose in the faith is the question. How you choose to face it is the question. For this family and community, they chose to believe in their faith. Faith that the doctor could save them and faith in a higher power. So they give it 8 out of 10. I give it 7 out of 10. This next review is 7 out of 10. Good movie, recommended for believers and non-believers. So there's similar sort of sentiments I would feel. I'm not a religious person by any means. I don't have a faith. I wish I did. But I can enjoy films like this that have obviously about a family struggling and their decisions and obviously believing in higher things. I can watch it and enjoy it even though I'm not into it myself. This movie was a pleasant surprise, ending up watching it on a whim with my sister, who loves any movie based on a true story. And yes, while the film is very heavy-handed with the religious propaganda, it's understandable given the film's circumstances. Truly a very emotional, gripping story led by a truly outstanding performance by Chrissy Metz. So they like it a lot. A lot of the user reviews are very, very positive. I'm just trying to see if you can find one that isn't. I know there are a couple of negatives when I was looking through the other night when I was preparing this. Let's look up at the review date, see if they come up with any negativity. This is a used review. 1 out of 10, what a waste of time. 4 out of 10, it is an opportunity to take a nice long nap. So they're coming up with headlines like that, but they're not really giving us any reasons behind that. And 2 out of 10, melodramatic drivel. The acting was weak, in my opinion. I believe it's probably over-dramatised. Too outside of the factual telling of the boy falling through the ice and surviving when the odds were against him. So, yeah, bit mixed. I liked it. I thought it was okay. It was a bit long. I watched it with Sharon, my fiance. Sharon enjoyed it. She enjoys that sort of thing. If you're into your true stories, you'll enjoy it. As I said, it did drag a little bit halfway through. But that's Breakthrough, which is out to buy in the UK today. So that was the last of the films, unfortunately. So if you're into your box sets now, if you're not into box sets and miniseries, you can turn off now, or you perhaps you've turned off already. But hey, there you go. I'm here for a bit longer anyway. Right. So coming out on box set today. So these are all available at your stores. I'll give you the prices where I've got them available. You've got Flash Season 5, £20 on DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray price as yet. Oh no, we've got it now. £29. This is online prices. So if you shop around at your supermarkets, you might get a little bit cheaper. Flash Season 5, 5 discs, 932 minutes. Flash Season 5. The synopsis of it. I've dipped in and out of Flash. It's not something I've watched religiously. I do find it's one of those things I can watch while I'm doing other things, which, perhaps that's insulting to Flash. I'm sorry if it is, but there you go. It's something I can easily watch in the background. And the synopsis of Season 5, shortly after defeating the Thinker, Barry Allen, the Flash, and his wife, Iris, were stunned by the arrival of their already grown speedster daughter from the future, Nora. However, acclimating to their lives as parents won't be the only challenge they face, as Season 5 pits Team Flash against Central City's latest scourge, the DC supervillain, Cicada. So there you go, DC supervillain involved in there. Rating-wise, very, very mixed. I'll give you a couple of ratings on Amazon here, actually, that people have watched this latest series. 1 out of 5. I'm not sure as to why The Flash still exists. Season 1 of The Flash was great. Buy that, don't buy this. The 5th season of a TV show that's as long since stopped being about The Flash. It's now about his interfering wife and their irritating speedster daughter. They didn't like it, obviously. Mr. Greenless here, getting boring. Sorry, but the storylines are all very similar and getting boring. Has a good ending line up there, lining up with Arrow nicely. So he did like the ending. Obviously, he gave it a mixed. He gave it 6 out of 10. And someone here, 5 out of 5, amazing. Very good season of The Flash. And another one, Amber 9, excellent. I personally would ignore the other critics, the one that say this Season 5 was boring, don't know why Flash still exists, etc., etc. If it just centered around Barry Allen, then it would be boring. So, I mean, she makes a nice point, yeah. So, I think box sets like this are going to split you, aren't they? They are going to split people on allegiances and stuff like that. So, that's Flash Season 5. Perhaps we won't be seeing loads more. I think there may be a Season 6 or due out at some stage. But Flash Season 5 is out now to buy, £20. 5 discs, 932 minutes, 22 episodes. And the episodes rate 7.4 to 9.2 on IMDb. So it's still kicking along nicely, isn't it, Flash? Right, on to the next one. Supergirl. There we go. And now this one, I have to admit, I watched a couple of the early episodes. I quite enjoyed it, but it's something I unfortunately never got back and watched again. DVD, £20. On Blu-ray, it's £30. The synopsis of this: season 3 saw Supergirl stop brain and other world killers threaten to our planet, and in the process, Kara discovered her mother survived the destruction of Krypton. Reconnected with her past cause, characters realise that her true home is here on Earth, where big changes are taking place for her and all of her friends in National City. And it also appears for a doppelganger in Russia. So we get a doppelganger of Supergirl. It's 22 episodes on IMDb. It rated 6.3 to 8.4. We've got 4 discs here, 952 minutes, so you're getting value for money. A couple of reviews on Amazon. Luke, hope, help, and compassion for all. First and foremost, 5 stars. This guy's give it. First and foremost, I love the direction the showrunners decided to take this season. I have watched every single season of Supergirl. This season is the most grounded and the darkest season yet, so he likes it. Super Billy, another 5 stars. Supergirl pushes the boundaries. And now we've got Mr. Cook here. So there we go. This is Goodbye Supergirl. I'll only give it 4 out of 10, 2 stars. This is a season I said goodbye to Supergirl. I've stuck with the Arrowverse shows since watching Arrow from day one. Then I started watching Supergirl, and it was enjoyable. Something happened, and I tried to hang on, but I needed to say no more. After season 2, the show went downhill. And the 4-star, 8 out of 10. Looking forward to season 5. So again, polarizing opinion. These box sets. So that's Supergirl season 4, which is out to buy today. Now, one I've nearly watched. I've nearly got through all of this one, and it's an ITV one. It's one of these British dramas. So again, there's mixed opinions again on these things. A lot of people like the British dramas. A lot of people don't. It's only a couple of discs, 270 minutes, 6 episodes. It's called Deep Water, which is just finished on the ITV. So you can probably get it on the ITV player as well. But if you like to buy your box sets, it's there to buy at £15 on DVD and £17 on Blu-ray, which might not be quite available yet, but it should be out on Blu-ray at £17. So if you like the collections, you like to stick them on your shelf, great. 6 episodes, the rating on IMDb, Internet Movie Database, between 6.2 and 7.1. So it's not a bad little score for a British drama, to be honest with you. Looking at the synopsis, Deep Water is a gripping emotional thriller set against a beautiful and imposing backdrop of the Lake District. This is adapted from the Windermere series of novels by critically acclaimed author Paula Daly. So it's drama, it's families, drama, kids in the Lake District. It's not. I quite liked it. I give it 6 to 7. Probably give it 7 out of 10 overall. It's a nice bog standard British drama. A couple of reviews here. 3 stars, 6 out of 10. Lakeland scenery steals the show. Rather difficult to categorise this. Eventually came up with a 6-part soap opera. Absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I mean, the description of the thriller was pushing it a bit there. It's not really a crime series, although there is a missing child plotline. And it's not really a romantic drama, given the dreadful state of protagonist relationship. So, yeah, I mean, it is a soap opera in 6 parts. So if you like the British sort of thing like that. Black Cat, give it 4 stars, 8 out of 10. Enjoyed watching this. It was different and had a good twist, which we didn't spot. So well worth a watch. I mean, yeah, as I say, I think I've watched 4 of the 6 episodes. I quite enjoyed it. I said it's not blowing me away by any means. But Deep Water, if you like that and you want to buy it, that's available to buy on DVD and Blu-ray. And the next one, we go to America again now. All these are all American ones again now, so it's nice to have a little British one sneak in there, wasn't it? And another one now, season 10. So we've got season 10 of this, NCIS Los Angeles again. Of DVD, £20 here for the DVD. 24 episodes, a massive amount of episodes, scoring 7.8 to 9.1 variants on all the different episodes on IM Internet Movie Database. Action and suspense gets ramped up as Special Agents G, Callan, Chris O'Donnell, Sam Hanna, LL Cool J, and their elite team of operatives navigate through 24 episodes of Series 10. So, I mean, I don't think there's much I can probably tell you on this. If you watch the other series, you're probably going to enjoy this. I've seen negative reviews on this, again, that it should have stopped and it's getting a bit monotonous. I've also seen reviews saying it's wonderful. So, again, 1,012 minutes. You're going to get your money's worth. So, again, it's something I can't watch in the background, this sort of thing. Like I said, I do watch a lot because I find it's something you have to watch. You know, it's obviously a lot little things in it that you might miss if you have it on in the rather than listen, which is horrible, isn't it? I mean, you know, if you're watching films and TV series, etc., you should watch them. But yeah, so I have dipped in and out of NCIS stuff, and I find it quite interesting. But it's not top of my list. But hey, season 10. If you're into NCIS L.A, well, that's out now to buy. So let's look at the next one. And we've got another one. Again, I've watched a couple of, I quite enjoyed, and it's great to see a different thing to the police thing. And you've got Chicago Fire Season 7. That's out to buy at £20 on DVD today. Again, so we're up to season 7, so we've got plenty of these. And again, you get your money's worth. 22 episodes. It's rating between 8.2 and 9.3 on our Internet Movie Database. So people are still liking that. Nearly 1,000 minutes, 993 minutes. So again, getting your values worth. Chicago Fire burns brighter than ever at the scorching drama reignites for a 7th season. The hit series from primetime Emmy Award-winning executive producer Dick Wolf continues to follow the firefighters, rescue squad, and paramedics of Chicago Firehouse 51. So there you go. A couple of reviews. We've got a couple of reviews. Best in the last 2 seasons from Danny. Good news and bad news. Chicago Fire is not as strong of a show as it was in the early seasons, but I thought season 7 regained some strength compared to the last couple of seasons. So he thought it's an improvement. Another 5-star. It seemed like season 6 may have slowed down a bit. Season 7 is cranking up so far, like the essence of a Chicago Fire season has been taken to a new level. So they like it. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. I love all the Chicago shows. This guy says, Donna says, sorry. Mitchell, this season perked up. So there's a lot of trend there that season 7 has actually come back and sort of improved on season 6, season 5, perhaps. So if you're an avid watcher, Chicago Fire season 7's out. Last couple now. Madam Secretary season 5. I'll have to admit I've seen absolutely none of these, but we're on to season 5. It's the sort of thing I usually love to watch, so I'll try and catch up with this. But there's too much to watch in too little time, as probably most of you would agree, to be honest with you. This is 863 minutes. It's £20 on DVD, and its ratings on IMDb are between 7.4 and 8.5 for 20 episodes. So it's doing really well. All these box sets have scored really well on Internet Movie Database. So overall, users are quite happy with them, even though there is some negativity. Season 5: terrorist attacks, natural disasters, military action, no crises is out of control for the Secretary of State Elizabeth McCord. Thinking outside the box and acting outside political protocol make McCord a force to be reckoned with. So if that's your bag, there you go. Season 5's out. I have a couple of reviews. Really good telly, not quite a West Wing, but very good. I did love West Wing, so that's why I will watch this, to be honest with you. Anna Earl says, great series. Kevin Wilkinson, good plots, characters strong, and ensemble performances to really relish. Amazon customer, no name on this one. Well worth watching. Watched 3 seasons for free and liked it so much. Pay for season 4 and 5. Well, there you go. And they're all 5 stars on that. There's a lot of positivity out there. And I'm sure if I look further, there'll be someone who didn't like it and said it's boring. But there you go. That's Madam Secretary out to buy on DVD. It's also on Prime Video if you want to get it from them at 25 quid. But I wouldn't myself. But there you go. That's my personal opinion. And the last one we're going to look at is Hawaii 5-0 season 9. And again, it's another one I watched early doors, and I found it something I got a little bit bored with it personally, even at season 1 and 2, to be honest with you. But hey, season 9, there's enough out there of people who like it. So 1,076 minutes, 25 episodes, rating between 7.2 and 8.7 on IMDb. So again, well loved. Hawaii 5-0 season 9. As I said, it's something, if I ever have the chance, and there's so many things I need to watch. I might go back and dip into it again occasionally, but I've just lost track of this one. Hawaii Five-O's landmark 200th episode, plus 24 more appear on this collectible season 9 set. Whether it's confronting a cold case, chasing down a cyber criminal, whacking a mole in the CIA, stopping the killing spree of a serial SEAL assassin, or shutting down a meth lab tucked away in a B&B, it's all a day's work for the tireless Ohana at the Highway Police Department. And I believe Joan Collins is in it as well. But there you go. She might have been appearing regularly, don't know. But the lovely Joan Collins. That's Hawaii Five-0 season 9. Positivity again on this. Leah 22. Why this season only offers to buy individual episodes. I've been following this season, couldn't wait for season, and now we can't buy the whole season. Well, you can now on this. I don't know. Obviously, this young lady might be in the US. A 1 star, 2 out of 10 rated from Mike. I only watch it for scenery. Characters are just really annoying. Plots flimsy. Not a fan anymore. But then you've got Mr. David Squire. Brilliant show. The best American show out there. The new cast are brilliant. No idea what the bad reviews are about. This show is amazing. So as you can see from all that, I mean, like movies, box sets and miniseries split people's opinions all the time. So, hey, there you go. That's my rundown. A little bit weak on the film front, Aladdin breakthrough, but more than made up for with a lot of box sets and a lot of miniseries there. So get along. Aladdin on breakthrough to buy. Both good films. I recommend both those to buy. And Flash season 5, Supergirl season 4. Deepwater, the ITV miniseries, NCIS L.A. series 10, Chicago 5 series 7, Madam Secretary season 5, and Hawaii Five-0 season 9. I always get mixed up saying seasons and series. In the US, obviously it's seasons. Here in the UK, we tend to call them series. But hey, I get in the habit of calling them movies and films. I mean, obviously cinemas and theatres. I mean, we're divided by our language, aren't we? Obviously, us and our friends across the pond. But hey, there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Push the subscribe button. That'd be great. Push the bell thing for notifications when I'm coming out with these. Have a look back at those reviews I did on the Disney films, the live and the animations that I did 3 or 4 weeks ago. That's quite a little. It's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's quite a little interesting piece on there if you're into that sort of thing. Tell your friends. I'll be back tomorrow with a look at a board game, a bit of a nice little cultural one for you tomorrow, but a fun game. I mean, don't be put off by the fact I've said cultural. It's an interesting little game. It's yeah. So I won't say too much. I won't give it away yet, and you'll enjoy that tomorrow. It's quite interesting. I'm looking forward to that. And obviously Wednesday we'll be back with the UK cinema releases, obviously this week in the UK, and obviously I think they come out a little bit early in the United States, but obviously if you're in the US and you watch this, it's still relevant to you. So have a follow. I mean, there's always stuff there that's of interest to you. I'm on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. Obviously on YouTube at Bernardine. I also do the football one on my team, Manchester City. So there's 5 episodes of that now, Citizen it's called. So if you're interested into that, go and have a look at that. The playlists are there on that, and also I do various things on football with other sites as well, with other fan chat sites and stuff like that. So that's all on there. Have a look at that. And great, whatever you're doing, I hope my daughter has a great day today with her birthday, and I'll be back tomorrow. The sun's out. It's a lovely day after a pretty miserable day yesterday here in Manchester in the UK. Sun's out today, so that's quite nice. I'll be getting out for my usual obligatory walk later, so I'll enjoy that. It's not much fun walking in the rain, is it? Although living in Manchester or near Manchester, it's we have to get used to. It's not as bad as everyone says. I mean, there's the occasional. I mean, I walk 5 days a week for exercise, and obviously I do walk a couple of days doing other things for social side. And obviously, there's not many days when I get soaking wet, so they're a bit unfair saying Manchester's always wet. It's not. We do have dry days here in Manchester, so don't believe everything you hear. Anyway, whatever you're going to do with the rest of the day, have a great one. On Facebook as well, Bernardine, with links to movie game nostalgia and obviously these videos. And I will see you all tomorrow. Whatever you're doing, take care of yourself and take care of everyone else that's connected with your family and friends. All the best. Thanks for watching. See you soon.